Oh,
Very well, Fred.
You can get out of the way. Hiccups, man.
I
Hiccups.
did move out the way. I'm against the wall now.
Alright, the shadow begins floating 5 feet into the air in front of Daryl Shootsgood and reaches down with another steely claw for 15 touch. What you rocking there, Brandon? I think your
Sorry, I
mic's
was
not
muted.
on.
Yeah. I've got a 13 touch, so it will hit me.
And you take 5 strength damage as you feel the life being sucked out of you. How you doing there?
I'm fine.
At least it's not aging, right? Alicon.
Yeah.
At least it's not negative levels.
Acid splash. Very well. This is called the David Silver defense. You easily are unable to hit this thing. It just flies around in its misty form. Andronicus
Alright, where is it now?
is floating 5 feet above Daryl Shootsgood.
Alright.
Oh, it's right over him?
No, it's 5 feet in the square next to it.
Okay.
15, 20. I guess it can get an attack of opportunity.
It will take it.
One. And it's going to roll a crit, I just know it.
No, but it will definitely hit your touch. And it will drain 1d6 strength. It drains 6 strength from you, and you practically fall to your knees in shock.
Okay,
It wouldn't be an Arthur Perkins stream if you didn't die a horrible death, Kevin.
Your games, Roll20, just does not like me. Okay,
So you've lost 3 strength modifier, but you're still good to go, and you may be the only one to save the party.
It's a good thing that my abilities are not strength-based.
Indeed.
So, swift action, arcane strike. Actually, you know what? Scratch that. Swift action, spend a point for my arcane pool, give my weapon +1/+1.
Okay.
And attack.
Nope.
You got a reroll?
Sithis.
Do you allow those?
What? I have to. If you have a, a shirt or a portfolio,
I do have a character folio.
then you may make your reroll as per Pathfinder Society rules.
Just wondering if I should use it here.
Your choice.
Dun dun dun!
But I'm gonna hold off on it.
I need to get a GM reroll, am I right? Jesse, you know what I'm talking about.
No, you don't. You roll too often as it is.
Sithis, what you got going on?
Alright, well, Sidney doesn't know any better, so he's going to move up after Tronicus and try to wildly flail at this thing, but obviously not going to do anything.
Alright.
He does not have any magic attacks.
Daryl shoots good. You almost feel like you've lost 20 years of your life.
Not quite that bad. Daryl is going to heroically withdraw.
Alright, you heroically withdraw.
I want to withdraw in the other direction, man.
Ralph.
Ralph will go full defensive. He's really not sure what's going on here.
Alright, we're about to get a bunch of hangout expire requests over the next 10 minutes, so be aware. Promo, you might be the last hope.
I'm going to step up and try to thwack it with the wand. Dancing at this point? Or other inspiring things?
Nope.
Checking. Okay.
It easily dodges your feeble attack. Sid Barrett Iconic.
He puts his hand over his eye, pretend it's not there.
Fred. Interesting choice. How much strength do you have left, Andronicus?
Did a total of 6 to me, right?
Yep.
Have a total of 6 left.
Interesting. 5-foot flies over Chromo and reaches down with its steely, misty fist for 10 touch, which will almost certainly miss.
Unfortunately, I have a touch of 11.
Ali Khan.
Dexterity is not a dumb stat.
Unfortunately, you too will miss, as the mist just forms over Chromo and easily splits to allow your attack to pass through it. Andronicus.
Alright. Move action, start a battle dance. Swift action, arcane strike, swing into hit.
You almost hit Chromo as you trip on your way over there. Your dance has knocked you off balance.
Judging from the other games that I've played in, would you say that I'm effectively cursed in your games?
Yes. Undoubtedly. We should talk to Nolan about that, getting a remove curse spell for your client. Sithis.
Okay, here's a question that's going to require GM fiat one way or the other. Can Sithis assist me or not?
No, he'd be unable to assist you in making your attack as he isn't threatened.
Well, then he's going to flail away at that thing because he's a good boy.
Alright, Daryl shoots good.
Good Sithis. Keep attacking that thing.
What you got going on down there? Daryl, David Silver shoots good.
I'm reaching into my bag and pulling out a vial of holy water.
Oh, clever girl. Ralph.
Yeah, okay, Ralph's going to make a withdraw action.
Chromo.
Wait. Huh?
Yep, yeah, that'll be fine.
Oh.
What are you doing, Chromo?
I'm going to keep waving this stick like I mean it.
And unfortunately, you don't mean it enough. Sid Barrett Iconic.
Can I assist Chromo or no?
Unfortunately, you can't threaten this thing.
So I pretend it's not there.
Very funny, Jesse. Remove
Sure.
curse.
Just checking. I mean, just technically speaking, when did Aid Another actually require that you...
I thought you needed to be able to affect the person in order to aid it.
No, it just says as long as
Corporeal.
you're threatening, which just means you need to be within range. It says nothing about actually being able to do damage to it.
Okay. I guess if you want to
Just
have it
checking.
aid.
I wish to aid.
I really don't feel like you would be able to aid, as the thing is completely ignoring anyone that's unable to hit it. But sure.
What do I roll?
You need to make a touch attack roll. So your base attack plus your strength modifier. Basically a regular roll.
AC 10.
Alright, so you're aiding Chromo.
I are helping.
Fred want to join the aid train? I can sure use it.
Alright. And it will fly away from Chromo and land here next to Andronicus and reach down to touch him.
Just checking. Since I have a held charge, do I get to swipe at it, or
I don't think you can make op attacks with a wand.
if it's a held charge, isn't it a weapon? Last I checked, it was.
I will rule against it now, and I will check it later.
Fair enough.
I am fairly certain you can't use a wand as a weapon, as it's just like a natural attack or whatever. Let's see if this touch will succeed. Will a 12 hit Andronicus?
It will not.
Alright. Ali Khan.
Roll high on that splash. Ah, dang it.
Alright. Andronicus.
Okay, swift action, arcane strike. Let's try again.
Sithis.
Sithis cannot quite fit around that corner, I'm assuming.
That is correct.
That would not work, so...
Alright, that was me.
See
Okay.
some 20s in there.
My next one's going to be a 1.
Do these squares exist?
Yes.
Cool.
Alright, Daryl shoots good. Show me what you got.
All right, moving to here, and I'm going to chuck a vial of holy water at it.
Alright. It's 10 foot, so you're taking a
Ooh!
-2. You will hit for 10 damage. I believe
No,
that's
that's not
halved.
That's just my
Okay, that will hit.
So it should be a 7.
I think that gets halved because of incorporeal still.
Let me check on that. It probably does, but you can move on while I'm doing that.
Yep, I think it's only positive energy damage that does it. But if I'm wrong, I'll certainly subtract the remaining hit points later. Ralph.
Ralph cautiously looks down and says, "Is it dead yet?"
Promo.
Okay. Chromo will step up, and he's got a +4 to this attempt. Damn it.
You will
Damn
unfortunately
it all to hell.
miss.
I'm going to totally use my reroll.
Okay.
Because I'm just so frustrated with this particular combat. Please roll higher. Nah! Is 14 enough?
Nope. Sid Bear the Conic.
Ah.
Well, I move and I aid again.
You have to be threatening to aid.
I have that reach weapon thingy, the correspondent thing.
Cool.
I
I picked up my weapon.
find it difficult to believe that you would be aiding with a reach weapon, but sure. It's a little outside the bounds, but we'll go with it. Fred,
Oh, it's a bad
you will
one.
unfortunately not aid. Alright, and the shadow will fly over Fred and reach down towards Chromo. Ominously, and begin draining the life out of him for 4 strength damage.
Alrighty.
Ali Khan. Where are you at now, O Saurian Druid?
I am still standing. Quite well.
Ali Khan will just basically hit Fred in the process. Fred will turn and be like, ah! Andronicus.
Alright. 5, 10. You know what? I don't want the attack of opportunity.
Holding the charge on the wand is considered an unarmed strike, and so you would only be able to take the attack if you have improved unarmed strike to threaten.
That's interesting. That's also like not what I've written it. My brain. Okay.
There you go. Okay. And I'm going to spell combat.
Make your caster check. That will miss.
There's my concentration, and I
And
flub
you
the
will
spell.
flub the spell.
Are you kidding me?
Sithis.
Where is it? It's over at Fred?
I don't think I can play in your games anymore, Arthur. This is freaking just spooky.
Alright. Well, Sithis will step up and... Well, actually, since he said he could assist, can he assist?
Sure.
Sweet.
You're distracting the shadow.
Yes, or at least attempting to.
It's
There you
distracted.
go. Sweet!
Daryl shoots good. How you doing on looking up incorporeality?
It's as you said.
All right.
It counts as a magic attack, but it's not positive energy.
All right.
All right, I'm going to, as a move action, draw my Wand of Cure Light Wounds. I've still got Holy Water in the other hand. I'm going to chuck it.
All right. Make your attack. That will hit. Let's So you
Yeah.
deal exceedingly minimal damage to it, but it's taking notice.
Yep,
Ralph.
and then I'm gonna 5 foot forward and wave the wand at it menacingly.
You menace it with bands of menace. Ralph.
He's going to move in and try to assist. What do I need to roll for that?
Attack roll.
Oh, that's easy to do.
You will assist. Chromo.
Okay, so I believe I have 2 assists currently,
Correct.
but I also have strength damage. Oh. I swear to God.
Nope.
Level.
Sid Barrett Iconic.
I will assist again with my feet.
Nope.
I will not.
Fred. Alright. The shadow begins floating ominously over Daryl Shootsgood again and reaches down with a misty tendril and misses completely. His luck against Daryl seems uncannily bad. And by the way, this is the revenge of the white. You destroyed it so easily, I needed something to get back at you guys.
Luckily, Aristotle's looking out for me.
Yeah, apparently. Ali Khan, you're up.
Hit it. Hit it.
Yeah, well, where's Saran Ray when Andronicus needs her?
It easily evades your text once again. I have my dice shield up. The white, or the shadow is emitting dice rolls. So this is when you guys start rolling 20s. Andronicus.
Yeah, all right. Okay. 10, 15. I don't know if that gets an attack of opportunity or not.
If you move the long way around, it won't.
Okay. I did this. That way.
Yep.
That way.
Yep.
Sound good?
It's all good.
All right. Swift action, arcane strike.
There's that one you were hoping for. Sithis.
Did I call that or what? I said my next roll is going to be a 1.
Called shot to the
Great
neck.
Last night you kept
Alright.
acting like a fiend.
So this moves to there and is waiting to be useful. So I guess he's ready to aid once I'm actually in range to be aided.
All right. This is the dice's revenge for all those 80 damage rounds where you take out the boss before it even gets to start monologuing, Kevin.
And in your games, when has that ever happened?
Wow,
Happens in
Wonders
every
of the
game,
Weave.
Sure.
Wonders of the Weave. You eliminated all those poor little human rangers that were running around, and their boss, Daryl Shootsgood.
Gee, one game. You'd
One
think I
game.
would have built up enough karma by then.
I'm 5
Right
foot
now.
over here. I've got a spike gauntlet in one hand and wand of cure light wounds in the other, so I do threaten for flanking.
Okay.
And I'm going to hit it with the wand of cure light wounds.
Okay.
No, I'm not. Screw that. I didn't want to hit it anyway.
Ralph.
Why?
Why won't this thing die? Helping.
You assist. Chromo.
Who are you assisting? Bro.
That's a good question. I
You
shall
can't assist me. I haven't gotten up in there yet.
Yeah, I might assist Daryl with his next attempt to hit with that wand.
All right. Chromo.
Okay. Unfortunately, you've made this much more difficult.
Sithis' delayed action will come out after yours to assist you.
Yes, if I can actually get anywhere close to this thing, which apparently I can't. It is 5 foot in the air or what?
Yes.
Sweet. Not that I really want to like jump under it or anything. 5, 10, 20. That's not gonna work.
It's almost as if I cleverly planned it so that you would have no choice but to provoke an opportunity attack.
Which I won't. I will move to there. Total defense. So this has nothing else to do. So they'll just continue trying to distract it, and the only person who's actually attacking it is Daryl Shootsgood.
All right.
He succeeds in
distracted for
assisting with
Daryl.
that.
Well, I'm attacking, I'm just not hitting.
Sid
Yes.
Barrett Iconic.
I aid.
You aid Fred.
Good job. As long as it doesn't actually kill somebody, no.
And it makes
Which
an
it doesn't.
attack on Daryl, but misses. Once again, you feel as if your luck is beginning to run out, however. Ali
Nope.
Khan.
Actually landed an acid splash, I think.
Well, the 18. Oh, I'm guessing that 20 is your roll for the acid splash, so you might want to confirm that,
You could crit it.
but you don't.
I have critted acid splashes. It's funny.
Andronicus.
All right, 5-foot step, and swift action. Arcane strike. Freaking finally,
You hit.
possible crit, and I do not confirm.
Does not.
I do hit, however. So that's going to be a total of 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 damage.
You hit it for very minimal damage. But it does
Uh,
seem to be taking hits.
It's actually 11 if the Bard song's still playing.
Yeah, but he gets
No,
cut in
it's
half,
not.
so 11 is the same.
Daryl shoots good.
I'm battle dancing, which only
5
affects me.
foot and one hitting attack with the wand.
What hits?
Is the Bard song up?
Nope. He's battle dancing.
6 positive energy damage, which should bypass the 50% reduction.
It does. Now it seems to be somewhat frightened. Ralph.
I will try to assist Daryl since he seems to be doing good work.
Sithis.
We'll hold for Karma again. Well,
Oh.
he'll move up and ready to aid. I will get up in there without provoking. Is it 5 foot up?
Yep.
Okay, well let's do Sithis first then. And then I will do my best. Sweet. Aw.
Why?
With a wand would be totally awesome. But I'll still, that's almost as good as a crit.
And it explodes in a shower of mist,
Good.
leaving behind a single lapis lazuli that falls to the floor. Its sparkling purple color catches your eye in the dark chamber.
Ooh.
Detect magic, is it magical?
It is not.
It's
So,
magically shiny.
said lapis lazuli.
Yep.
Pick up my bow.
Uh-oh, we lost
Oh,
another
no.
viewer. Goodbye, viewers. I'm sorry you have to leave us. You've got to go.
Nice purple color, right?
That would indeed be correct.
Alright.
Would you like me to drag you all back to the main chamber?
Indeed.
Probably for the best.
That would be nice.
Alright, dragging. Now dragging laterally. And you have arrived.
Now, if I remember correctly, there's actually nothing written on that door, is there?
On the door that's directly in front of you, the special door,
Correct.
what you see down here is what you get.
So we have actually no idea, other than the red one, which one goes where, or there's no clues as of yet to figure out where to put them.
Well, we could, maybe it's in the direction that we found it in which case this one should go in the upper right. I don't know. I'm
You
lost.
try it.
Right, what gems have you collected?
The purple one
Purple is the only color you've collected?
that I know of.
No, we got
got
another
two
gem
garnets.
off the goblins.
I've got 2 orange garnets.
An emerald.
Well, the emerald's set inside of a golden ring
Oh,
that's worth 100 gold pieces.
so we got 2 garnets. What color is the garnet?
Orange.
You have violet?
I'm
So
sorry,
hold
that
the
should be
lapis.
indigo.
Indigo.
My apologies. Here's your indigo.
Sweet.
And there you are. I will drag you guys back up here unless you'd like to make an attempt to solve the puzzle.
Well, we still need more gems.
I think we need more vowels there.
More gems, at least.
What is prestidigitation?
Huh?
Don't worry about it. So what are you guys doing now?
Okay, well, we're physically fit, but strength drained, which kind of sucks.
There's no, like, time limit on this. We can go back to time to rest if we have to.
That is correct.
I'd say we go back and rest and get this strength damage taken off.
You will recover strength at a rate of 1 a day.
Well, does anybody have a heal score? We can double that.
I'm good with that.
You'll need a 15 heal, and that person will have to stay with the healing object for 8 hours,
Right, so not
losing
me,
their
because
sleep as
I'm-
well.
Because
How
I'm
much does it
strength damage.
cost?
It doesn't
Not because
cost
I-
anything. It just costs 8 hours for the attempt, and the person making it can't sleep while they're doing it.
I don't have healing, so...
No, I think you're a bit off on the amount of time it takes to do a long-term check. But either way, it doesn't sound like anybody here actually has heal, so it seems like a moot point.
Well, it's not one. It's one of those abilities that you can use without having trained.
So if anybody has a good
Yeah, but-
modifier,
Yeah, but if you risk further injuring the person...
not in Pathfinder.
Yeah, it's 3.5.
Oh.
Long-term care does take 8 hours.
I will try because I haven't done anything useful all game. I missed it by 1.
So have you guys decided you're going back and healing then?
It seems like a good idea.
All right, then the party
Well,
spends
in the
at least
meantime,
1
we can
day
also
healing.
take the ring back to the what's-her-face in the meantime.
Oh yeah, let's do that.
You drop the ring off at the Blue Basilisk Hall and receive a reward which will be on your chronicle sheets.
Nothing we can use right now, huh?
That is correct.
Is there a temple in town?
There is a temple to Erastil.
Well, hey,
Can we receive
funny
healing
thing
again?
that I'm gonna go visit the Temple of Arestal.
You can pay for healing services there.
Awesome.
How much does that cost?
Guide to Pathfinder Society.
Unfortunately, my headphones are charging at the moment, so I actually can't move my head away from my computer.
Yeah, I'm guessing someone else can pull it up real quick.
What are we doing?
Recovering strength damage
See if I
will
can find it
undoubtedly
online.
be a lesser restoration,
Yes, at the
which
very
will be
least.
quite expensive for a low-level character.
Okay. And then I'll spend the week healing up.
Well, once I
I'm
gain
totally
mine
sure.
back, I'll be happy to actually throw some heals at you. But I need to get 4 days before I'm finished healing.
I'm going to spend a prestige point to have lesser restoration cast on me.
Even with the rest of the party waiting a week?
They're waiting a whole friggin' wow.
Yes, we are.
Well,
Yeah.
shit. I guess I'll just
There's no
chill.
time
Then.
limit.
Well, after the first 2 days, I'll be happy to try to give aid to 4 days, sorry. So let's see how good I can do. I'm not helping. At least not the first day. Not the second day. I help on the 3rd day, so you gain 2 points back on that. Actually, 7th day. So I think I cut 1 day off of our rest time. Good job.
Can we go and talk to the goblin whilst they're resting, of course? Go and talk to the goblin war chief or whatever he was in the area, and
Yes,
ask him
yes.
about why there were goblins that attacked us in here.
You request a meeting with Great Chief Gralsk, and over the course of the week, you keep getting close to being able to talk to him, but somehow he's always in another meeting somewhere else.
It's almost like he's trying to avoid you.
Another meeting or another eating?
Does it matter?
It can't be both.
Those are usually one and the same for goblins.
Looks like Brandon needs a few minutes, so we will return at 35 after. Does anyone have a time limit for when they need to call off for tonight? We hadn't discussed when we were ending.
I'm fine marching on until I pass out.
Ditto.
Well, I can go probably a little past midnight
Which time zone?
What time zone?
central.
So hour and a half from now. 1 a.m. Eastern sounds good to me.
Well, I don't really need to do anything for about 3 days, so you're probably right.
Maybe you should go smoke some marijuana, Australian. You and your 2-pot legality or whatever it is.
Not here. No, this is,
Mail Ben.
yeah.
Alright, we will return at 35. Hopefully the remaining 4 viewers, 2 of which are not myself and Jesse, are enjoying themselves. Hopefully the stream gets more views afterwards. At the very least, we're having fun, and you guys are terrified of these shadows.
Well, nobody's died yet, so I take that as a good sign.
I wonder why
We
we
haven't
haven't
hit
hit
the-
shadows.
We
Well-
haven't met the plant creatures yet, so...
Whoa, whoa. What is with the metagame tonight, guys? Take a step
Spoiler
back.
alert! Spoiler alert!
Just saying.
Uh-oh,
Just
Jesse
saying.
says, and Kevin curses the group. Now you know where all those 20s are going.
Oh, well, what about the first time then, huh? Where'd that curse come from?
Totally legitimate actions.
Alright, I'm getting something to drink. Be right back.
You rocking out there, Dom?
I thought I turned off the music.
I can hear you humming to it.
Oh, sorry. I thought my thing was off.
No, it was awesome.
Yeah. Hey, this thing says mute. It lied to me. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can still hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can still hear you.
What's up with this button having a mute button if it doesn't work? Why? Yeah.
I'm back. So yeah, the first aid is 8 hours, but since we're taking like a whole week off, it's like you take 8 hours giving somebody aid and then you sleep. And it doesn't make too much of a difference.
Yeah, this monk was a lot useful at NoCom.
This is the first druid I played. I can't remember when the last time I ever played a druid. I don't know if I ever have.
I played druids back when wild shape and spellcasting went together, and you could annihilate fools everywhere as a giant bear.
You mean back in 3.5 when it was broken as hell?
Yes,
Polymorph! I could turn
tier
anything!
1 god level.
Well,
Polymorph! I turn
Isn't
into a
there-
baby dragon and kill
isn't
everything.
there still natural spell or?
Yeah,
Get rid of that.
but druids kind of suck as one or the other. You gotta kind of specialize in it.
Am I
Hey,
doing
I'm good at it because I'm
badly?
a dwarf.
Bear form.
Yeah, I mean, has Chroma underperformed so far?
Hey, you doing good. You're doing what a druid does. See your pet and kill stuff. Level 1.
And dispensing heals for the moment. And
Except for
destroying
Diana.
shadow thingies.
I remember my first game. I almost got killed by skeletons, flaming skeletons.
Are we good to go?
If you're back, then we are good to go.
I didn't need you guys to wait on me.
No, I think everyone else is taking a break. I grabbed a drink and I've been checking out the Roll20 forums. Posted a link there. Jesse just posted a link to the Roll20 G. Well, I guess that was a while ago. Maybe we'll draw in some more
I was
viewers
hunting
for
because I
the
thought the mic was
finale.
off. What, finale?
Yeah, you know, the finale where you guys fail to solve the puzzle. Again. Look at this guy. What's his name? David Jackson 67. You're the best viewer I have so far. You stuck with me from the beginning to the end. You own. Alright, so if you guys are back, put an X in the Roll20 box and we will get rolling. You need to be heading in a general this way direction.
I thought that leads upstairs.
It also conveniently leads downstairs.
Oh, really?
This is a magical staircase.
Near as I can tell with the whole using a held spell, it seems it only provokes if you actually try to strike for damage, like you punch them and release the charge that way, which would be really silly to do. Why would you do that?
Interesting. And so the party begins moving ahead. A framework of old timbers shores up this hallway's cracked and uneven ceiling. From the west comes the sound of falling water. In the middle of the hall, a large stone block lies on top of the corpse of a crushed goblin.
So is Byron back?
Yeah, we seem to be missing 2 people. But all the character tokens are moving.
Except for Ralph.
Yeah, that's what I was asking.
Where's this
Oh,
statue?
let's
at?
stop right here. And Andronicus, Sithis, Fred. You all need to roll reflex saves.
Where's
Oh.
the statue at?
There's no statue. It's the falling stone block is right here. But unfortunately, the shifting weight of all of your bodies has caused the stair. It's I'm sorry. It's not a reflex trap. It's a location trap where it falls down. For crushing
So-
damage. I need to make touch attacks against the 3 of you. I'm assuming
God.
all of those will hit. And 2d6 3 times. So 10 to Sithis, 11 to Andronicus, and 4 to Fred as the ceiling begins falling on all of you. What does the rest of the party do?
Come up to administer aid.
Ow!
Does it look like it's going to do that again?
It does indeed seem as if it would fall again.
Oh, that's bad. Let's move a little bit past here.
I see. 1 second.
I'm going to pull out my own cure wand of cure light wounds and use it on myself.
Alright. Unfortunately, Chromo is hit. And a stone block falls on him for 5 damage. Let's see. Barrett. Oh no, I already rolled for you. You're good.
I took damage.
No, you're fine. You've traversed so far without any damage.
Good job.
The air is filled with the dust of these fallen rocks that are landing on you and breaking apart. Some of you have suffered heavy damage. And so, like the good Pathfinders you are, you smack yourself with wands repeatedly.
Can you draw a circle for the area that indicates where the
The
rocks
entire
are?
hallway.
That's fantastic. Okay. I'm going to
Can
just
you-
kind of run through real fast.
Oh, you're going to run through. I see.
Sure, why not?
You make it through safely.
Can I try to acrobatics through or not possible?
You've already made it most of the way through
Oh,
without
okay.
anything happening.
Acrobatics through, I guess.
Alikan and Brelf, how will you conquer this terrible stairway? Alright, Alikan, you try to run through. But unfortunately, the rocks begin falling on top of you and hit you with a critical! This is a 20 confirm.
Why?
You're smacked with 14 damage as thousands of tiny pebbles begin coming from the ceiling, and then all of a sudden, a gigantic block falls down on your head. Ali Khan,
Was that for Alakan?
that was Alican. Is
Yep.
Ralph running through as well? What are you doing,
Ralph? Ralph is going to go for a run. Can I use acrobatics to try and avoid these things?
You can either walk slowly with acrobatics or run through.
Okay.
Run my whirlwind.
Which one will you do?
Your choice.
So I'm like going to get hit by more if I try and go slow and fail on acrobatics checks than if I just ran, aren't I?
So you're going to run?
I am going to run like the wind because I am a big, tough barbarian.
Some rocks begin falling, but you've easily evaded them with your barbarian powers of dodge.
Oh, run fast.
So rocks fall, everybody die?
Everyone's fine now. You've all made it through. However,
Yay.
your wands are a little worse for the wear. You think you might need those charges later.
Alright, I will order Sithis to
Or a
pursue
shadow.
guarding Andronicus.
Appreciate it.
It's like having your own little pet.
I wish I could have
Got a
a
nice
pet.
pit here, guys.
You think the first step will be very easy to make, but the remaining steps will be rather difficult to get to.
And then make a running jump.
At your feet lies a set of chainmail that glistens. It's covered underneath a fallen rock.
Ooh.
Detect magic.
This is a magical piece of chainmail.
I pick it up.
After a
Rocks
couple
fall.
minutes of moving the rock, you find a dead goblin clutching to the chainmail. You now have the chainmail.
Is it sized for a goblin?
It is sized for a human, and you have identified that this is +1 chainmail.
Hmm.
Is anyone else beside me wear... Oh, I have a chain shirt. Never mind.
Yeah, that's
This
light.
is, this is medium armor.
I could wear it.
Let's see, chainmail you said? Oh wait, I'm a druid. What am I thinking? No, I'm not gonna wear that.
Daryl strips down and over the course of a minute successfully equips this.
Good job.
So I'm going to make an acrobatics check to jump over to this next one here.
Very well. You make it to the first pylon. Let me give you a description. This large chamber appears to be a natural cavern with small yellow crystals glistening in the walls. Level flagstone path clings to the western wall, but most of the room is an open chasm. Uneven columns of rock jut from the chamber's depths, matching the height of the flagstone floor to the north and south. Water streams from the roof of the cave and pools 30 feet below around the base of the rock columns. A rickety ladder lies on the ledge of the cliff at the room's northern exit. which now appears to you. Whoa.
Okay.
Along with torches and a barrel of pitch.
Oh, so there's a light source. Did you actually add the light source? Oh, I can see. Okay. For sake of having backup, I'm gonna order Sithis to get across there. He's going to easily take a 10, jumping, 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 because he can do that. He can't do much once he's over there. He's just going to stand there and stare at us. He's over there.
Very well. As Sithis moves onto this square, this small island, he hears a buzzing noise. Make a perception check. You all fail to perceive out of the darkness three
Was it-
flying
for everyone?
creatures. Yep.
Oh,
They got a 36 on their stealth roll, so I'm pretty sure you guys can't possibly get it, but you are entitled to try. Sithis is now surrounded, and in the surprise round they begin to act, stinging him with their tiny, tiny needles.
Knowledge nature to figure out what they are.
Indeed. You determine that you have no idea what these are.
19, knowledge nature?
You determine that these are sturges. They are tiny
Sturges.
magical beasts.
Are
Why?
they weak against anything? Resistance to anything?
You can look it up on the SRD. Your successful passing check means that you know everything there is to know about them.
Yeah, they're not especially sturdy. They don't have like super special defenses. Just hit them before they drain your blood.
Hey, did I get my smites back from the week we rested?
Did you get your what back?
Smite.
Yes, you should have got it
That's-
at the
that's
end of the
every
day.
Do you want our leftovers? No.
That's 3 touch attacks on Sithis for 14, 23, and 12. How's that going?
Let's see. His touch is 14.
2 of them will attach themselves to him. And there's that flatfoot touch.
Well, if it's flat-foot touch, then it's going to be 10.
All 3 of them attach themselves to him. It's barbed. Stinger hooks on. Let's see here. At the end of its turn, they drain 3 constitution damage from Sithis. And he needs to make 3, let's see, fortitude saves.
Oh, I should check. Was the mage armor put back up or not? Since this is...
I did not see it get put up. So I need 3 fortitude saves.
That was 3 constitution?
Yep.
Okay. And fort saves?
Yep. What is this madness? 16. So you'll fail at least one of them. And you have contracted a disease, but you don't know what it is.
I'm pretty sure Sithis has no idea.
Indeed, indeed. Alright, assembling the order. And all 3 of these remain attached to Sithis and will travel with him. Sithis, you're up.
Okay. Pretty sure he's going to go crazy and try to kill these things that are causing him horrible pain.
Okay, they all count as being grappled with him.
That works for him, I guess.
Oops, I forgot to roll initiative.
Interesting. All of those will miss except for the 19 for 2. Which
Alright.
one would you like to attack?
We'll go this one.
Okay. You hit for 2 damage. Let's see. Chromo, you're up.
Alrighty, let me take... My ability damage off. Yay. And what can I do for my poor little friend hanging out way over there? Not a whole heck of a lot. But I can... Okay, I'm going to drop the shield as a free, and unfortunately take a full round undoing the weapon thingy that is holding the club in place.
All right,
So,
Alicon.
weapon cord, that's the word for it.
All right.
So, oh, Fred, okay.
These things will need to maintain their grapple. So those three pass the CMD checks on Sithis.
Yes.
He loses another 3 Constitution. Dale shoots good.
I'm shooting 1 and 2 with a rapid shot.
Excuse me.
They'll both hit and kill both targets.
Sithis would thank you if he could talk.
Fred.
I don't think that's going to work unless you immediately plan to jump afterwards.
Were you taking HP damage when you get con hit?
Let's see. According to this, I should be at that, which would be... There you go.
Okay. You can make the acrobatics check. You will need to make both of them. You will fail the second one and fall into the pit. So you fall 30 feet down into the pit. You take 8 damage as you fall, and you land prone. Poor Fred. If only he had wings. You monster, why wouldn't you give him wings? Sid Barrett Iconic.
Well, I guess I'll try my acrobatics check to get across. Where's my acrobatics on my thing? Oh, here
Fred
it is.
twitches limply.
Yeah, you can't do that to high level.
Do I make it?
You do. You manage to land in this square.
Whee! Let me see. Was that? Hey, I could punch it too.
It's a double move.
That's double move.
Because you
Never
gotta
mind.
do half Andronicus.
Okay. Acid splash.
You miss.
Oh no.
Your hand just twitches at the last second. Remembrances of the shadow fill your mind. The shadow. Ralph.
Ralph moving up to here and cursing menacingly.
Excellent. Is that an intimidate check? Sithis. A 23 will hit for 4 damage, but it still clings on, menacing with iron bands of menace. Chromo, your hands are free.
Alright, drawing one of those short bows we got, and taking... I don't think I'm going to hit, but heaven knows it's better than just standing here watching.
Because of course, you took a short bow with you, just for this.
Of course! And totally missed.
In the future, if you guys pick stuff up, you should definitely let me know that you're taking it.
I thought we were taking everything.
Yes, but I don't know who's carrying what. It's the old, oh, we got a scroll back in that room 5 years ago? Yes, I'm the one who has that scroll. because I'm the one who needs it this very instant. Elikon, you're up. Range touch misses.
There goes acid splash.
Uh-oh. What will happen here? He will hold on. And unfortunately, Sithis will be drained another constitution. Daryl will pluck the oh, no, Daryl will miss horribly. Fred.
Are you counting the grappled penalty to his
I am.
dex? Okay.
Oh, sorry, I'm not, actually. You will get shot off horribly by that 13. I thought it was a 9. Bam. He is dead.
Daryl, shooting good.
Fred lies broken at the bottom of the cavern.
Silly question. If the 13 was good enough to hit, then wouldn't Sithis have hit with his two 13s?
When you're grappling, you keep your same AC versus each other, don't you?
Yeah, because you take a -2 for everything but trying to get out of the grapple. So it kind of balances
it still counts.
out.
Oh, right. No, it would have missed. It would have missed.
Yep.
Because Sithis is a dexterity-based attacker. So it totally would have canceled out. If he was a strength-based attacker, though, he would have hit.
Actually, it'd be at -4.
So I think the Constitution damage, correct me if I'm wrong, but it will take off your top end and it will take off the bottom end as well? Or is that level drain?
Let me check to be sure.
I thought you lost 2 a level when you take Constitution damage or something like that.
Well, for every 2, anyway. I'm checking just to be sure. I have it on my page. Blah, 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 blah.
So what are we doing about Fred? If he fails his climb check, he'll fall again and injure himself.
I think I got a climbing kit. Let me check. Yeah, I actually do have a climbing kit. No, like it's written on my character sheet, not faking it.
Can't you just dismiss him and then resummon him?
That would probably be the best thing you could do.
Yeah, you can just dismiss it and summon it back, and we can heal it.
Might want to wait until we're across.
Okay, so...
Right, they're saying you dismiss it and when you resummon it, it'll be up top with you.
Right.
Would you like to dismiss Fred for the time being? Very well. He is sent back to the ethereal plane where he came from.
Wherever
You're
that is.
resummoning him right here.
No, don't resummon now.
Do it. Resummon right here. Okay, fine. Whatever, metagamers. You guys are terrible at this metagaming.
I don't know what's
Okay.
going on.
Unfortunately, I don't remember how many exact movements he had. Dang it. Where was he at? I healed him. I wish this thing kept the history for these.
Well, while we're waiting, let's work on getting across. Andronicus and the rest of
I've
the
got
crew.
People in
And
my way.
Sid Barrett Iconic, what are you going to do now that you're on this middle?
I start looking for bugs.
You don't see any.
Okay, can I take a 10?
Sure, you still don't see any.
I'm talking about like on acrobatics.
You can't take a 10 on this, I think, because you're having to take a difficult and unusual task.
That's not how taking 10 works. As long as he's not being distracted, you can take a 10.
Okay, you can take a 10. You have hopped to
So-
the other side.
As long as taking a 10 is enough to get you across.
21. 21.
What's the
21.
dude?
What's that right there?
It's a letter.
21. Hey guys, it's easy. Got this.
You guys slowly spend a few minutes, but you do manage to ladder your way across. However, you've made a good amount of noise while doing that. I assume you're resummoning Fred on the other side. Let's have Andronicus stop right there.
No, do you want me to throw some cures at him?
Make initiative checks real quick. And perception. Because Andronicus moved up to the edge right there. So Andronicus, you begin moving forward and you think maybe you heard some skittering, but when I see your perception check, I'll tell you more.
I rolled a perception. It was
What
a
was it?
5.
So you have no idea. You're getting ambushed.
Coincidentally, my initiative was the exact same roll.
You're
Both
cursed.
of them ones.
It's because you mocked the Lord of the Shadows and decided to head home, and now you're screwed. Alright, if everyone's in, I'm sorting. 5-foot step, nothing. 5-foot step, nothing. And a single bow shot comes around the corner towards Andronicus for 22, flat foot.
Hits.
Smacks you for 4 damage. And you hear a voice in Goblin begin crying out, Murgmo! Murgmo, they are coming! They're coming, Murgmo! Sid, you're up second. A second bow shot twangs out. D20 plus 4. 13 versus Andronicus is flat foot.
How much?
Sid buried a conic.
How much?
13?
Miss.
Sid, you hear the clatter of arrows.
Okay, I'll take a move action. I'm going to draw my weapon while I take a move action. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I guess I'll take another move action. So, do I see anything? Or
You see what you see.
okay, 1, 2, 3,
As soon as you move there,
4.
you begin suffering a bow attack as a ready action is set off. But unfortunately, the goblin gets too excited and accidentally shoots the water.
Yay! 5.
You mean fortunately,
6.
right?
Yes.
And I'm like, yeah, I'm actually in combat first.
Fred, you're mage armored. Alright, Fred will hold until after you. Daryl shoots good.
What kind of shape is Fred in?
Terrible.
I'm gonna heel stick him.
You whip out your stick and begin poking him with it. Sithis.
Okay. We'll come up. Let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20. Looks like he could get up in there and take a talon at him.
The goblin easily steps out of the way. Ralph.
Well, then, whilst they're all running up that side, I think we need someone to represent the other direction. Yeah, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Can I see anything more from there?
You see what you see. It's difficult terrain to move up those steps, by the way.
40. So okay, so it's 40 to there. 50, 60, 80. So I'll stop there, and that's a double move.
Alright, Fred and Alicon. Alright, Fred next. He feels rejuvenated,
Slightly.
but not very rejuvenated. You're probably cursing out loud. So what's Fred doing? He's got a couple hit points back.
Fortunately, he also got cure sticked.
I guess we'll delay.
It looks
Chroma?
like Fred's moving.
Who is he?
Yeah, I
Yes,
just
I
saw
see
him.
him now. Yes, Fred. Don't forget difficult terrain. Wow, you guys have too much movement speed. Chromo,
Okay, since I didn't explicitly say I switched back to my other stuff, I guess I'll switch back to my other stuff now.
Andronicus.
And 5 foot up. So I'm not very scary with a bow.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Are these difficult terrain steps?
Yep.
All steps are difficult terrain steps.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, actually, Fred's gonna... Oh, no, I'll save it. Just do a barrage. Alright.
And that's me.
The
2 more
goblins
over here.
step back and focus a barrage on Andronicus. No, just kidding. They're all shooting Fred.
That wouldn't surprise me.
22 might hit for 1 damage. And they continue crying out for Murgmo, and you think you hear shouting coming from this direction. If you can see it.
Alright.
Sid Bear Iconic. It seems like you might get a combat action in for once.
Yay! Do they have their bows drawn?
They do have their bows drawn.
Ooh. So now we'll now move in the middle of them. And kick this one.
And say if you want, you could hold until Sithis gets in there and get a sneak attack. It's up to you.
I really want this.
Take
I
your
really
punch.
will. I
No.
missed with my kick.
No.
Oh.
Daryl shoots good.
Double move up to here, and I'm going to drop my wand at my feet.
Sithis.
Yes.
Can't 5 foot step up there. It'll be a move.
You're
moving
that's
up
where it's
steps.
difficult?
Yep. Steps.
But I thought it's just where you're moving into.
But you're moving to the top of the steps.
Okay.
Alright, you can have it. Let's
Okay.
see. 24 for 4. You annihilate this goblin.
Yay!
Ralph.
Rightio. So it's 10 to there, then another 15 to get to there, then 5 and swinging on... Actually, might move to there. Swinging on this one.
Not the one you're flanking?
No. Don't need to.
Damn.
He explodes as you cleave him from one shoulder to the other and his head rolls off his body.
Tell me you have cleaving finish.
Helicon and Fred.
I said, thinks to himself, why am I here? Why am I a venturer?
You're providing flanking. You're the reason why we're hitting.
Your performed dance bonus, that's why.
Yes, why not?
Alakan, you're here?
Yes, she double
Oh,
moved
I
up the
see.
stairs.
I see movement, yep.
Will hit. Tiny goblin's life is crushed out between the iron jaws of Fred, the not dragon.
Alright. If you have the power in you, Sithis would surely appreciate knowing those little mage armors. In return, I'll do a cure light on Fred. Are we still in initiative?
Nope.
Okay.
I'll take a mage armor if you don't mind.
What are you wearing?
I'm wearing no armor.
Oh. Fred gets 6.
I kindly bow to the lady and say thank you.
And Sithis is mage armored. Sweet. I'll mark him down for that.
Behind one of the columns, you find the following: a potion of lesser restoration, a pair of silver earrings worth 25 GP, 60
Hold on.
GP.
Hold
hmm
on. Write your stuff down here. So silver earrings.
hmm
Earrings worth how much
25
each, or just a total?
each.
Okay. And
60 GP and 110 silver pieces.
Okay.
And potion
Do
of
you want to
restoration.
do you want to save that restoration, or do you want to feed it to Sithis, who has tons of con damage?
And the room falls silent.
Apparently.
Like my friends say, I'm like Jedi Council, I'm down for whatever.
Yeah, his normally mighty hit point level is now much smaller.
Maybe you guys can go rest for a week to recover it.
Yeah, go ahead and feed it to Sithis and let's move on. It's getting late.
1d,
D4.
he gets 3 back.
Better than I rolled last night. I rolled a 1.
You'll need to heal him for the hit point total that he's recovering.
Yep.
Alright, when you guys are ready to move up to the next level, let me know.
He's much better now. Sithis is so happy.
If you guys want to assemble in this area right here.
So many levels to this dungeon.
The dungeon itself goes down many levels, but we're only handling the first one right now.
Is there any chance you could turn off the lights in the other areas, because it's making my browser
Certainly.
really lag?
My screen just went black.
We were dragged off to some exotic locale.
Or dragged down into hell.
How's your browser doing there, Byron?
Yeah, it's much better now.
Alright.
I can see the CPU fan sitting down.
Excellent. Excellent. That's what
Alright,
I
so
like to hear.
Sithis will keep guarding Andronicus.
I see a goblin.
Well, it's actually hiding.
Yeah.
Metagamers. I didn't get a chance to stick it back on because I didn't think you'd begin moving. You can roll perception checks and then act naturally, which I'm sure you won't do.
We're totally gonna do that thing you mentioned.
I'm assuming none of those rolls were high enough.
That is correct. So Andronicus is getting ambushed. If you would all like to roll initiatives. And you hear a voice cry out, "Feel the wrath of Merringmo!"
Hey guys, we found him.
I'm a her, you idiot.
You won't be either when we're done with you.
That was sufficiently threatening.
I accidentally gave the goblins an initiative.
Alright, prepare for the wrath of these goblins as they begin charging Andronicus. Let's see here. So they get +4 on all 3 attacks. And will completely miss. Assembling the order. Oh, and she moves up to here. You know what? She'll move up to here, because it's going to be hilarious. We bad. Andronicus, you act first.
Move action, battle dance, swift action, arcane strike, swinging to hit this one. Possible crit. The 14 back it up.
Will not.
Alright.
Still
Which
a
one
hit.
were you swinging to hit?
That guy.
Okay.
He's going to take a total of 7, 8, 9, 10 damage.
Alright. I need you and Sithis to make reflex saves, as a wave of fire is erupted from Murgamo's mouth.
Reflex is an 11.
Yes. No, those aren't stairs, those are just regular movement. So you will take the full 9 fire damage, and your clothing will be set on fire. Sithis will take half and will not be set on fire.
This has never been happier.
And then she retreats backwards and begins mocking you. Tiny tiefling, not even your fire protection can keep you from dying to this. The goblins begin attempting to flank you and stabbing you with their swords. But unfortunately they miss against your massive amount of dancing. Helican.
Well, I've got fire resist, right? So I still get set on fire?
Yes.
Okay.
But you take less damage.
Yes.
Just think, if you had made that save, you're taking no damage.
Yes, he does have cover.
Unfortunately, Roll20 hates me when I play with Arthur.
See
Yeah,
the
he was
roll.
cutting like
You just bang your
Caffeine last
chain
night.
uselessly off of the edge of the columns. Sithis.
Oops. Dragging the wrong people there. Attack the one next to himself.
She will down.
Yeah, you said the goblin died?
Yep.
Alright, then he'll advance into
Chromo.
that square. And come on down. And I will cure stick, actually, nah.
I think we're gonna have to bring less than 6 people next time, because this dungeon was designed for 4. You guys are just rolling over everything.
No, how many did we have last time?
5.
Ah, okay.
It was just the crit chain that slowed you down.
Damn you,
And
Christian.
Your guys'
rolled over us.
economy of action is way too high. These goblins are 0 encounters for you. So what are you doing, Chromo?
I'm going to advance to there and full defense.
Alright, Fred. Nope. Daryl shoots good.
I will double move to here.
Okay. Sid Baradiconic.
Okay. Let me see, as I move, I draw my weapon again. Dirt. Are these goblins having knives or
They have
back
the
to what they were doing before,
typical goblin weapons, improvised swords.
Okay, I'm going to do an acrobatics check against the one up here. Where's my acrobatics at? Oh, there we go.
You move at half speed when you're doing acrobatics, and you will
Ah,
fail.
yes, I
Provoking
will.
the up attack
You know you want to hit me.
for 21. That will hit you. And he slaps you on the ass for 4 damage, leaving a scar
Ooh.
and cutting into your pants.
I said, hey, no kissing on the first date. That'll be my turn.
All right, Ralph.
Rightio. It's 35 feet to get to there. There, so 40 to there. 45, 50, 55, 60, 70, 80 feet to get back behind him. If he can make another
He
attack,
does
Bob,
not.
he can.
Andronicus.
You can swing the hit, swift action, arcane strike. Possible crit. Does not confirm. He takes 8, 9, 10, 11 damage.
Oh,
11 and not 12.
8, 9,
Arcane pool was not used.
10, 11. Yeah. I wasn't using arcane pool. And move action 5, 10, 15, 20. Okay, I'm done.
She moves here, and Fred, Barrett, and Andronicus all need to make reflex saves as another wave of fire reaches out.
I had a feeling that was coming.
Alicon fails. Sid fails.
I make it.
And
Thank
you
you.
make it. You take half damage while everyone else takes 7.
So 3.
Yep.
I take no damage. Is that fire?
Yes.
I take no damage.
Alicon. All right. Sithis.
Moves up in talons.
Talon does successfully hit her, but seems to do little to no damage. She begins laughing and cursing in Goblin, saying she'll set you on fire. Oh, speaking of which, Barrett, your clothes are on fire. So, Chrono.
Oh, did I need to make a save to put myself out or something?
No, it's just any clothing you have. You know, you'll just be wearing your chain shirt and essentially be naked.
Okay.
I will step up and apply some to the person who looks like they're kind of hurt. Take 7 points, Barrett.
Okay. Fred. So, Sid, you're basically going to be walking around naked for the rest of the dungeon.
sure, why not?
Sounds good. You're an adventurer. I'm sure nothing bad will happen when you get to town. Confirm the crit. It's the only thing that's going to hit.
I've got a question. Is my bag on fire, or...
All flammable objects are on fire, so I think it's just your clothing.
Okay, because that'll suck, because all my gear's in my bag.
That'll confirm, and you're saying if everything's at a +2, then the 16 will hit as well.
Sweet.
So 8, 7, and whatever you do for the... Nice 8, minus 7, and minus 6. She seems to be stumbling. Daryl shoots good.
Finish her. If you can.
All right, I'm going to move to here and rapid shot Murgma.
No, Mergma will not be rapid shot. Your final shot manages to land an arrow squarely killing Murgmo instantly. She's dead, Jim.
Why do all the good ones have to go? Sid, did you ever heal yourself?
What happened?
I hit you with healing for
Oh,
7 points.
Okay. I feel a little bit better.
There you go. You look like you could stand another fight or two. Be a man. Alright, looting.
Okay, I feel better. All the better.
Let's begin the loot spree. Anything interesting on this?
Ask anybody, do they have men?
Make a perception check. You guys determine that there is a chest buried underneath the campsite here.
Ooh,
Has
I
a
want to take
lock
that
on it.
metallic chain shirt.
Anybody give the hawks? Otherwise, I suggest our half-orc use his lockpick.
He said all the clothes in my, all my stuff in my bag is fine, right?
Right, just your clothes are set on fire and gone.
Okay, I put on my cold weather outfit because I had to buy that for adventure. Oh yeah, I put on my royalty outfit. I'm looking bling blingy right now.
You weren't wearing it before?
Well, I usually travel around with the
Alright,
monk
you guys
outfit,
find
and I have
that
the royalty outfit because if I have to go.
Anyone mind if I get the chain shirt?
Murgmo has a number of gems in her pouch.
Ooh. Do any of them look like they would fit in a door?
Hard to say.
All these gems.
Is someone playing Minecraft or something?
Well, not me. Fred's looking a little beat down. Here, Fred.
Is anyone going to attempt to get the lock off of this chest?
I can.
Crappy healing.
I'll lockpick it.
Make your disabled device. You fail?
My turn.
I don't think you actually roll attacks on
Yeah.
That's one.
things.
You jam your lockpick inside the lock. You feel like this chest will no longer be openable.
Alright, destroy it.
You attack, destroying the chest. There were arrows and potions inside, which you have destroyed in the process and will be coming off the chronicle sheet. The chest contains only the following.
My masterwork pig, no.
Yeah, it's gone.
I'm down to just a regular pick. This sucks.
Daryl looks sadly upon the broken arrows.
I kind of want to know what those potions were.
I could have.
Speaking of which, who is holding the cure lights that we have?
I don't know. I'm keeping an inventory of it all, though. We have 2 cure lights.
Also, if somebody wants to dispense some healing towards Fred, I'm pretty sure he'd appreciate that. If Fred is a he, I don't know. Eidolons. Eidolons, how do they work?
I will heal stick both Fred and Sithis. All right, here's Fred, and here's Sithis. And I will hit both again in the same order. Fred, Sithis.
Except this is fine.
All right.
Expresses thanks with a wet tongue.
Oh, ain't that sweet.
Then I will send Sithis back to work guarding Andronicus.
Fortunately, I don't get my pet to like level 8. I look like royalty right now.
Now, I don't know what you're royalty of, but royalty.
As you begin crawling through the dark chamber, you hear a sort of seething sound that fills your mind, and you see a dark purple mist in the room that you are about to enter.
Detect magic on it?
The room is very magical, and in fact you feel like someone's calling you into the room. You can't see very far, and your dark vision is blocked. This large L-shaped chamber is filled with knee-deep, pale purple mist. Beneath the mist is a floor of small, glossy black blocks, noticeably different to the flagstone elsewhere in the dungeon.
Well, we have two choices. Be cowards or advance forward.
Lead the way.
Well, all right, if you really want me to.
Not really. Get back here.
Too late.
Very well, Chromo. Make a fortitude save. You fail. You feel something pass through your soul. You take 4 frost damage. Make a will save.
Checking. All right, I don't actually take any damage. Does the effect rely on me taking damage?
What?
I said I failed to take any actual damage. Does the effect rely on me taking damage?
No.
Okay, which save?
Will.
Will. 18.
You are not otherwise affected.
All right.
You fail to see the mist anymore. It disappears. Sid, I need you to make a fortitude save.
This mist is nothing. I don't even see it anymore. Stupid mist.
You take half damage.
Yay.
You take 3 damage.
I took half.
You take half of that. So you take 1, Kevin takes 3. So I like to roll for Fred. Will fail. Taking 5. Sithis.
Has to roll will first?
Fortitude.
Fortitude.
I'm going to do all the wills at the same time.
26.
He takes half for 5. If everyone who's entered so far would like to make fortitude saves. I'm sorry, will saves. And
The one that I
anyone
rolled earlier?
Sure, anyone who failed their fortitude save is also shaken and takes -2 to attack and damage.
I got a 21 on my will.
Okay.
Earlier.
You disbelieve the fog and you just see a regular room now.
So it's a season right
It's an
here.
illusion. So did I fail or pass my 42?
What'd you get?
15?
You've passed.
Okay.
Andronicus yells out that it's an illusion.
So Fred
yeah.
is shaken.
Hold up a second, Andronicus. Have a heal stick.
Is anybody going to announce that it's an illusion?
It's
Yeah,
an
I
I've
think
done
illusion.
it twice now.
Andronicus, is that for Sithis, or is that just
So-
heal stick to you?
As you guys enter the middle of the room, you see a single purple gem on the floor.
Ooh, well, we'll take that. Andronicus, I just rolled 8 healing at you. Is that 6 for Sithis, or what?
Oh, I didn't know that was for me.
I need your fort save,
then
Alaka.
Sure. Yeah,
All
that's
right.
for Sithis then.
Sweet. Sithis is so happy. You're the best person to watch